What's going on, everybody? This is Moses Workman,
And this is Moses Turner.
and this is the Moses Podcast.
No biblical shit.
You know it. We back for episode number 17. We rolling them out like normal, and we took a little break, but we had to. Had a couple things going on with the little ones, but we're parents, so that's what happens.
Yeah, kids come first. Sorry, y'all, but
Yeah, right.
Kids come first.
Right. So how your 2 weeks been, Turner?
My 2 weeks was pretty good. You know what? There was something I was watching like on our break. It was. You remember Dana Carvey?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, after he left Saturday Night Live, he had his own show, and I was watching this little documentary on it.
Mm-hmm.
He pissed people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he wasn't very liked.
Right. Like because he was making fun of the president.
He was on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
But he was cool on Saturday Night Live. Everybody loved him on Saturday Night Live.
That's how I know him. Okay.
Right.
And some movie called Little Nicky, I think. Was it Adam Sandler?
No, that's Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Dana Carvey was Wayne's World. He was Garth.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he had his own little improv show.
Uh-huh.
So the ABC thought that he was going to take his characters from Saturday Night Live and put it on his improv show.
Mm.
No, he wanted to do things that were new. So he acted like Clinton, and he acted like he breastfed puppies, and and he pissed everybody off. Then come to find out that it was just his time slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since he came on after Home Improvement, and Home Improvement is a family show, kids were watching the show. And since the creators never saw Home Improvement until afterwards, until they saw a commercial for a very special episode,
wow,
they went, "Oh shit! Now we know why they're mad." And I was just like, you know what? Because it just started making me think. That's exactly why I texted you earlier. Like, okay, yeah, if we do, like the shit that we just ramble on about, is that cool? Because I was just like, I want to piss people off because I know that's the intention, but I don't purposely want to piss them off. But it's just like, fuck it, why not?
It's fun,
right?
It's fun. It's a very fun thing to do. Sometimes I like pissing people off, but I'm a Gemini, so sometimes I might piss you off. Sometimes I might, help you out one way or another. So I don't know.
I'm an Aquarius. I piss people off and I don't know it.
Oh man, you and my. Oh yeah, that is right. You share the sound with my daughter. You fucking crazies.
You did know it.
I'm learning the hard way. Jesus Christ, man, it's bad. Oh man, my 2 weeks they've been up and down, man. It's not bad. I mean, I'm due for a pedicure. I get those at the very least once a year. And I think I'm coming up on my year, so I need to find a pedicure place that doesn't really make fun of dudes, because we got tough feet, man. We don't really take care of our feet that very much, or that good. But I mean, I think my feet are a lot better than most because I don't know, they just are.
I mean, you say you get pedicures, so I'm sure your feet is better than mine. I never had a pedicure in my life, so
yeah. You probably got some eagle talents, but
no, I clip my shit, but
I've never. But that's the thing. I've never clipped my toenails, ever. I've never clipped them. I rip them off. That's the manly way to do it. That's the manly way to do it. No,
these toenails.
I do. Like, I rip them off. I never cut my toenails with the clipper. I rip them off, but no, man. Like, I found out there's a leak in my roof.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's bad. Like, I was, whoa. I think it was maybe a whole Monday, about 2 weeks ago. I think. After it was just the Monday after our last podcast, I went to go get dressed for work, and I reached up to grab a pair of pants, and they were wet. And I was like, "What the heck are my pants wet for? Did she just take these out the laundry?" So I took that top pair off, and opened it up and I smelled it, and it smelled kind of normal. I was like, it smells like water and laundry. So maybe she just didn't dry it all the way and didn't feel the big, humongous wet spot on this left pant leg. So I pulled those down and laid them out so they can dry. And then I grabbed another pair. Those was soaking wet too. And I'm like, are all my pants wet up here? So I'm feeling through. I'm like, yeah, these pants are wet. So I looked up at the ceiling right above because in my closet I got all my shirts hanging, and then there's like the shelf above my shirts. That's where I keep all my pants and my jeans. I keep a stack for my sweats, my jeans, and my work pants, and then like my everything else like shorts and PJs and all that.
Right.
But right above my work pants is where I saw a crack in the ceiling, but it was just like it was a super thin crack. Like you would never think there's a leak there. So I looked up and it was a little shiny. I touched it and my finger was wet. I'm like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. So every part of me was hoping that, because on the other side of the wall is my shower, because it's in the bathroom on the other side of that wall. So I was like, please be the shower. So I turned the shower on and I ran back in the room to see if it would drip. But it was still dripping because I didn't really realize it was raining. It was a light rain. So it wasn't dripping any faster. So I turned the shower off, and then I went to go touch the ceiling some more, and then that's when I came to the realization, like, there's a freaking hole in the roof. I looked out the window, it was raining. I was like, oh man, it's the worst, man. Like I didn't even know what to do. But so that's problem number one. I haven't even got that taken care of yet, but that is on my list of things that I need to do. What I need to do is first I want to see if I can DIY it. I'm gonna wait for the next big rain and crawl up into the little attic crawl space. That's another thing I don't know. Is it safe to walk across those attic beams? Because I don't have like a fully like floored attic. Like if you go up in my attic, first of all, you wouldn't even know where to go. But it's there's like this little hatch inside of the closet you have to unscrew and crawl into this little crawl space and then crawl up into another crawl space and then you're in the attic. Right? So, but once you get up there, there's no floor. It's a whole bunch of beams that go across. I don't know if those beams are safe to walk on.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't even try that.
I know. Well, I mean, there's that because I don't know if they're safe to walk on for one. For two, there's a leak in my roof. I don't know how long it's been there because it has to go through the insulation.
Right.
I don't know if it's been going through a beam of the wood and there's a weak piece of wood somewhere. So I'm gonna step on the beam's gonna break. I'm gonna fall through the drywall and the ceiling, and it's gonna be a much bigger problem than
than what you had before.
So I kind of don't know what to do. So that's just one problem out of the millions that I've had over the past 2 weeks. But I mean, like, so what else can I complain about? So the whole sleep apnea thing. I finally got my CPAP machine. That was a struggle. Good. That was a struggle in itself.
Oh, I know.
No. It was a struggle because all right. So here's the thing. Here's another workman fact. A humongous pet peeve of mine is bad customer service. It sends me overboard. Like I'm one of those. Like if I'm one of those, I want to speak to your manager kind of dudes.
Right.
Like, no, I'm not really, but like, if you push me far enough, I will want to speak to your manager and I will tell them exactly what's wrong with you and what you do wrong as a customer service representative. Because I've been in customer service for 10 plus years. So, just I got to throw my credentials out there so it's authentic. Right. But anyway, bad customer service sends me overboard. And then I just lose my energy quicker than anything that you can think of. Like, so, all right. So here's the process. I go to the doctor. Doctor says, all right, we'll test you for sleep apnea. They say, all right, well, so we'll sign you up for a study. We'll try to send you a home study. If your insurance approves it, then cool. If not, then you got to go into the center. All right, fine. So they approved me for the home study. They sent me the machine. I strapped myself in. I did the home study. The home study came back bad. Had to send it back out. They read the results. They're like, "Oh man, you got a pretty what was the word? Significant case."
Yeah,
is what they used. The significant was the word they used. You have a significant case of sleep apnea. So we're gonna assign you a CPAP machine. So here's the number for the people. We sent the order in. Call the people. You can check on your order. So I let a couple days go past. I called the people. They never got the order. So I said, all right, well, was there anything you need from me? I can, blah blah blah. So fast forward. Uh, I spoke to the sleep center lady. She says, all right, so I have everything I need from you, but we can't make the appointment because your doctor still never sent over this order. Well, she told me she sent the order 3 days ago. So I hung up with her, called the doctor back. Doctor, why didn't you send the order in? Oh, let me check. Oh, it looks like we haven't sent the order in.
No shit.
Bruh. So now, like, it's worse now because now that I know that I have sleep apnea, I know why I'm feeling like shit during the day.
Right.
And I want to hurry up and get this taken care of. And then the doctor went so far as to scare me by saying, "Oh, people can get severe brain damage from sleep apnea, or people can die from sleep apnea." And now I'm like, "Damn, this is a serious condition.
Yeah.
I need y'all to hurry up and get this machine for me, or whatever." So now there's urgency on my end, but there's no urgency on anybody else's end, and that was driving me insane. So what now? So doctor put the order in. Called the sleep center. Sleep center says, "Oh, we just got the order. We have to run it through your insurance to make sure your insurance is cool." I said, "Well, didn't the doctor do that? How did the doctor get the order to you? They didn't send it through the insurance." So, "Oh, that's not how it works. It has to come to us. We send it to the insurance. Blah blah blah." So they basically kept me right there for a long time. They're like, "All right, well, what we'll do is we'll follow up with the insurance and we'll call you once we hear back." So I called the insurance. I said, "Hey, doctor's office, sleep center, sent over insurance check or whatever y'all need to do and approve this because I need this done. I need some urgency put on this. I need somebody to take ownership." I'm trying to speed through the story. All right, so
No, I feel you.
so insurance company looks into it. He can't find anything, and he keeps stuttering. He keeps putting me on hold, and I'm getting mad because I hate being put on hold after I ask every single question because
Right.
that tells me you're either A, in training, or 2, a bad customer service rep. So when he comes,
And most of the time it's 2.
yeah. So when he comes back, I said, "Excuse me, sir. Unrelated question. Are you currently in training or something?" Or he's like, "Oh no, sir. I've been here for a couple years." I was like, "Then why do you keep putting me on hold every single time I ask you a question, man?" He's like, "Oh, I just want to make sure I give you the correct information." I said, "You've done doing this a couple of years. You don't know these answers by now, bro? Like, I want to speak to your manager. Like, I want to speak to somebody who can answer these questions."
That person was new.
Yeah, I want to speak to somebody who can answer these questions and not put me on hold for 5 minutes every single time I got a question. Like, how do you pick my nose? Oh, hold on one moment, please. Oh, you have to pick your nose by sticking your finger in there and turning it like that. Like he would do stuff like that. Like seriously, bro. Like, so anyway, so after I got through that train wreck, um, insurance says, "All right, we're gonna send the information by the end of the day to the sleep center." And the sleep center lady told me already that she'd call me back. They sent the information to the sleep center that probably within the same 10 minutes.
Right.
All right. So sleep center lady didn't call me back. Next day goes, didn't call me back. So I call. "Hey, ma'am, I spoke with you on this day at this time. I know it's you. I wrote your name down. What's the deal?" Insurance told me they sent the information over. I was like, "Oh yeah, they sent it over 2 days ago." Mother, like, why didn't you call me back 2 days ago?
Right.
So now I'm pissed with the lady. I said, "All right, so now what?" She says, "Oh, they insured your claim. They denied your claim." Like, what? They denied this 2 days ago, and you ain't tell me. So I hung up on her, and I called the doctor's office. I said, "Doc, y'all gotta take care of this, man. Like right away.
Right.
Like I need some urgency put in on this, or I might just have to find a new doctor's office because y'all are like this whole process is like excruciating."
Right.
So she's like, "All right, I'll take care of it." So she hung up. We hung up with each other. The very next day, I got a call from a different sleep center. She's like, "Oh, well, you can set up your appointment. We'll have a doctor come to your house, and we'll set you up with your machine." I was like, "Okay."
Right.
All right, this is a 180. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
So I was like, when's the soonest appointment you have available? She's like, tomorrow. I was like, see you tomorrow.
Right.
And the rest is history. Got my machine yesterday. Hooked it up. Worst night of my life.
Wait, they didn't test it or no shit like that?
Oh no, she hooked it up. Like she came to
Okay.
my house. She set it up. She put the settings in. Told me how to use it. Told me how to clean it. Maintenance, all of that. Worst night of my life. It was the tube, the hose. I mean, the mask was bad, and I just could not get comfortable.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like they didn't fit your mask or anything like that.
They did.
They did.
Yeah, we did. Like, well, we were right here in my living room. She strapped the mask on. We fit it, and it was cool. But then once I actually took it upstairs and laid down, it didn't fit the same. So I had to tighten it, and then it was too tight. Then I had to loosen it. Then it was too loose.
Yeah.
Then I loosened it a little bit. And then it was lopsided on one side. One side was too tight. Then the other side was too loose. And then I had to turn because my leg fell asleep and it was hurting. Turned to the other side. Now it was too tight again, and I had to loosen it. Man, it was bad. I woke up at the very least 9 times. Yo.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That same shit happened to me to where I had to like keep adjusting and keep adjusting and keep adjusting, and then that's when I found out about nose pillows.
I looked that up too after you had told me about that. So we'll we'll move on. We'll move on. I don't want to.
Yeah, but to say PSA's over. So
yeah. But on a positive note, my daughter got a high honor roll.
All right.
So I'm taking her out to dinner where she wants. Of course, she wants crab legs, and I hate that because I like crab legs, but she likes them too. But she don't know how to crack them open, and that means I have to crack them open while my dinner gets cold. So, Ah man. Anyway, so how are we gonna start this off? after 17 minutes of bullshit.
Right after we just started talking shit.
It's been 2 weeks off, man. I had to get that off my chest, man.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Like we had a lot of shit to talk about for 2 weeks. So anyway,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of my random story. I had one. You know what? My wife is probably gonna kill me about this, but I have to give a story about my son.
I'll go for it. Matter of fact, before you start, I saw you this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday, walking towards Hamilton with your son.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had a donut in my hand and I couldn't honk the horn or wave, so I was all right. All right. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So, my son was 4 at the time, and every time he was off school, the first thing we used to do was go to a playground in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So after we would leave the playground, there's this cemetery. And the cemetery is built like a castle. So that's the first thing that my son saw.
Mm-hmm.
He looked and he said, "Hey, Pops." Yeah, let him call me Pops. This is a castle. And I looked at it and I said, "Yes, it is." And he was just like, "The king and queen live there." And I said, "Yes, they do." And he was like, "I'm the king." I looked and said, "Oh, are you?" He said, "Yeah." "You want to know why I'm the king?" I said, "Why are you the king?" "Because girls love a challenge."
What? What?
Exactly. Your reaction was my reaction.
Well, I mean, he's 4. Okay, keep going.
Right. And him being 4, I was just like, "Oh, say that one more time." He was just like, "I'm the king. Because girls love a challenge." I couldn't help but to laugh the whole trip home.
I get that. I get that on a couple levels now. It took a minute, but I get that. I get it. All right, 4-year-old, I get it.
Right.
Girls love a challenge. They think the king's too hard to get.
Right. So,
all right.
Mind you, this is a 4-year-old saying this.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be saying profound shit at 4. But that's my son. He will shock the shit out of you for with the things he said.
I believe it, man. Uh, so I got a couple crazy stories, but I don't know which one to go. Um, I'll tell one. I'll tell the most recent one. So unless you weren't that. Were
No,
you
go
there?
ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So man, this is recent. This is probably what was it, a couple of days ago, or yesterday maybe. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm at work and I'm sitting in my office. Some lady comes down to my office. She looks to be a little visibly intoxicated, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it was intoxication or a condition. So anyway, first thing I say, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning." It was early, and it was because it was just before my lunch, so it was before noon. And I say, "Hey, good morning. How you doing?" And she's like, "I came down here to get the paper for." I get what she said. I came down here to get the paper to sign up to apply to have y'all pay my rent. I said, "Oh, uh, I've never heard of this program before, but um, I think you might be talking about the rent rebate program that's offered through the state. I can help you to get a form to fill out for the rent rebate." She's like, "No, no, no. It's not no rent rebate. It's an application that I fill out. I give to y'all. Y'all pay all my back rent." I said, "Oh, so where'd you hear about this program from?" She's like, "Oh, they told me to just come down here and fill out the form, and you all will take care of my rent." I was like, "Oh, well, ma'am, who is they? Who is instructing you to come fill out this form that I've never heard of before in my entire life?" She's like, who is they? What do you mean, who is they? Look, the people told me to come down here, fill out this application, and y'all taking my rent. So I want. Matter of fact, I don't even want to talk to you. Who I talk to? Who's paying my rent out over here? I said, well, ma'am, you're the one
Paying your rent,
that
right?
pays your rent. You pay your rent,
Right.
unless you got a boyfriend or husband or whoever, maybe a family member that lives with you that pays the rent. But that's your responsibility. She said, no, I don't even want to talk to you. Uh, I think you're not hearing me out. So I'm just gonna go. I was like, all right. So she turns around and walks away. And as she's walking away, she looks at me like over her shoulder. She's like, "Stupid bitch." And I was like, she talking to me? Like I thought she might have just been, mumbling under her breath as she walks away, but no, she like looked over her shoulder and was like making like side eye contact with me. "Stupid bitch. I come down here for help. You ain't help me with shit." That's how it went down. And I'm like, wow, did this really just happen to me?
Right.
And like after she said that, and as she's walking away, I bust out laughing. My boss, she didn't catch the second half of that,
Right.
but I'm sure if she would have heard her say, cussing me, yelling at me and stuff, she would have intervened. Because my boss is also a police officer as like part time, but like um at the job where I'm at. Excuse me, I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night. So she's a part time officer, so she often carries her weapon on her,
Right.
and sometimes she might want to use it as intimidation. Who knows? So
click, click.
no, she'll never unholster.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let's not incriminate you on your job, dude. So
I refuse to answer. No, let me quit. Y'all know about Mr. Turner. Some people don't.
Chill.
Not this Turner. but go YouTube Mr. Turner DUI. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. But anyway, so yeah, I'm sure if she would have heard that, she would have intervened and put that lady in her place. She don't play that kind of corny stuff in the office. So, but yeah, that was just one of the crazy stories that happened to me over the past 2 weeks. um, what else did I want to talk about? So I saw the new Avengers movie. You see it yet?
No, I didn't. And I'm one of them people on Facebook that's been dodging the spoilers the entire fucking time.
Oh man, I hope you ain't friends with Lathan, aka Eddie Pump, aka whatever else we want to call
You
him.
know what? Yeah, Eddie Pumper, I made sure that I skipped his shit every time he said, I saw the Avengers. Yep, I'm skipping your shit.
Yeah.
Every time, because
I'm calling you out.
Yeah, you know what? No, fuck that. Come to the fucking show. You flaked on us last time, asshole.
No, man, he's one of those dudes that will spoil shit. I ignore him every football season. Season. We're gonna get him up here, man, and we're gonna get him up here on the show. But yeah, I saw the movie, man. It had me like it had the audience like shocked at the end because it completely ends. Like if you're not a comic book head, I'm not a comic book head. Like my brother was, so I dabbled in comic books a little bit.
Yeah.
Like whenever I grab one out of his collection, I would read one, but it would be somewhere in the middle or something, and I wouldn't get the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I kind of have an idea of the Infinity War, but I'm not like a hardcore comic book reader.
Right. No, I know what you mean, because when I was, in fact, I was like 9. My brother, he had all his unimportant comics. Excuse me. And oh yeah, this episode is brought to you by Jim Beam Apple.
Yeah. Shout out to Jim Beam.
Jim Beam makes a good apple whiskey. Do not drink too much of it.
No.
Because you'll think that it's just apple juice and you'll fall your ass.
Yeah, it's not apple juice.
So yeah, it's not apple juice. Drink responsibly with this drink. But it's delicious. Anyway.
I'm my cup right now.
Anyway, that was a word from our unofficial sponsor.
Yeah, we're not really sponsored by them.
Yeah, we're not getting paid by them. We just like their shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, my brother bought a pile of his, well, what he thought was his unimportant comics. So I got into the Scarlet Spider, which is Peter Parker's clone brother.
Okay.
Generation X, where they actually introduced Jubilee to the comics. X-Force, where they said, hey, Wolverine was a part of this shit. Which started with, or which actually introduced Deadpool. And that's when I became a Deadpool fan.
Okay.
So I was one of those fuckers in the when the movie came out, when everybody was just like, "Oh, Deadpool, the movie." Fuck you! I was a Deadpool fan before Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool. Fuck all y'all.
There was a couple of those in the audience.
Right.
There was some, actually there was a person in the audience that kind of ruined. Like, well, if you know anything about Marvel movies, there's always a spoiler or a teaser at the end of the credits.
Right.
And the end of the credits for Infinity War.
No.
I'm not. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm not one of those spoiler kind of dudes. So don't worry. There's no spoilers here. But at the end of the credits for Infinity War, as we're all watching in suspense, the whole audience is silent because everybody's talking through the credits.
Right.
And then the spoiler comes on, and I was like, all right, everybody, shut up. Yeah, I'm that dude in the audience that tells everybody to shut up. So everybody got quiet, and how can I say this without spoiling it? Nick Fury. All right. Well,
yeah.
So all right. I can go that far. Nick Fury's in the spoiler, in the teaser, and he sends out a text, but nobody knows who's he's texting or what he's texting, and somebody in the audience shouts, "Beep beep," and spoiled it. Spoiled what the
spoiler?
What the teaser was. Right at the moment of the movie. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
Right.
Like there was somebody ready to square up with dude over that.
No, you know what? I even go front. Me and my wife went to go see Black Panther at the theaters.
Yeah.
And when of course, everybody wore their African garb and everything like that when it was Black Panther.
Mm.
So of course, people just saw a Marvel movie for the first time. So when the credits rolled, everybody, the lights was on, everybody was getting up and leaving. Me, as a Marvel movie fan, I told everybody, sit the fuck down. There's another scene that you don't want to miss. Sit the fuck down. So everybody just looked at me and was just like, I'm sorry, what you say? Sit the fuck down. The movie's not over. So everybody was just like, did you see this before? I said, just sit down. so my wife just looked at me and was like, Moses, no. No.
Yeah, you're going to get stomped out.
Right.
Saying that to the wrong person. You got to be careful.
Man, I'm a Marvel movie fan. I'll take the fight.
Hey, you're going to end up on World Star.
Shit, I will wear a fucking mask to a Marvel movie and fight motherfuckers and go, sit the fuck down, the movie ain't over, sit the fuck down. Should have had to show that to my wife.
Yeah.
We saw the Avengers, that was our first date, and she was just like, oh, we gotta leave. I said, no, the movie's not over. and she just looked, she was like, but the credits roll. I was just like, the movie is not over.
Like, yeah, just sit there. Just sit there and be quiet. Just wait. Oh, man. But, so, yeah, the movie was dope. I gave it an A+. Go see it if you ain't see it yet. Y'all gonna be mad. But go see it.
All right, and see, that's the thing that kind of kills me, because I did catch the whole, I didn't like the ending. You stupid motherfuckers. They told you that Infinity War is a 2-part movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, you're going to get pissed off at the end because they're concluding it at the next movie, you stupid fucks. Half of you Marvel motherfuckers were Harry Potter fans. So you know that they're going to have a part 2 in these movies.
Yeah. They got to make some money, man. This movie's going to make millions.
Exactly.
And then part 2 is going to make millions. So, I mean, and then what's the next one? Venom's coming out.
No,
Deadpool.
I think Venom already came out. Yeah, but
Venom's not out yet.
I thought Venom was out.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that. It's not out yet.
Okay.
It's not, because I mean, I don't think I would have saw I saw a preview last night for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's out.
I think Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool's coming May 18th.
Okay.
Sorry, Marvel, I can't see that premiere.
I'm no longer going to premieres.
Yeah, fuck premiere.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's the audience. Like, stop clapping during a freaking movie. Like, shut up. Like, nobody in the movie is gonna look at you and say, "Oh, thank you so much. You're so kind. Thanks for clapping for me." Like, no, don't clap during the movie. There's still dialogue, and I want to hear what the fuck they're saying. Don't clap at the movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going with a packed audience anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah. No, I feel you, because my wife did that. She did that as a special treat for me. We went to go see Iron Man 3.
I waited to see that at the crib.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about Iron Man 3.
Well, you know what? I did kind of feel a little lost in this new Avengers movie because I did not know some of the characters, because I don't like Captain America.
Yeah, I don't like Captain America.
So I didn't watch none of the movies. I've seen the first one, but that's it. So I know who he is.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the Winter Soldier is. And everybody's like, oh, it's the Winter Soldier.
All right, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, shut up. I don't know who this person is.
All right, well, you know what? This ain't no... I don't think this is a spoiler, because if you're a Marvel fan, you know who the Winter Soldier is.
I didn't like Captain America, so if he was part of that arc... I understand that. He's part of the Captain America arc, right?
Right, he is.
That's why I don't know yet.
All right, so the Winter Soldier he goes by Bucky.
Yeah, they were like, Bucky!
Yeah, now, Bucky in Marvel, just to make a fair comparison, Bucky in Marvel was like Robin in DC.
Oh, okay. Well, nah.
Bucky was the sidekick. No, in the comics, Bucky was the sidekick. Fuck the movie.
Okay.
No.
So you're talking comic speak. I don't talk comic speak.
Yeah, no, I have to talk comic speak on this one, because the Winter Soldier is like real convoluted.
Okay.
All right, now Bucky was Robin in the comics. He was there for Captain America. He was always there for Captain America, which pissed me off about the first movie. Because with the first movie, he was grown and he was stronger than Captain America.
Well, so now that confuses me a little bit. Did they have beef? Weren't they like fighting?
Well, yeah,
And I only saw the trailer. So
well, Bucky and Captain America. What happened was when Bucky got, or not when Bucky, but when Captain America got frozen, Bucky got kidnapped and he got into Hydra.
Okay.
So he became the Winter Soldier, which was pretty much the super soldier for Hydra. And when Captain America got unfrozen, that was his worst enemy for a minute because he can't kill Bucky. Bucky was, like I said, Robin. Bucky was a fucking kid in the comics. He was a kid.
So, but in the movie, he was a grown ass man.
He was grown.
Okay.
And for some reason, he was better than Captain America in this fucking movie. That really pissed me off when I saw the first one.
Well, see, that's the thing, man. Like, that's kind of why that's partly why I'm glad I'm not like a comic book head, because I don't want to be mad at stuff like that. I think it's cool because it's kind of like the whole Walking Dead comic versus the Walking Dead show.
Right.
Or in this case, it's the same thing as the way I feel about it. Because I've read at least maybe 50 or 60 of the Walking Dead comics.
Right.
And the show kind of followed the Walking Dead comics, but the comics were way more gruesome.
Right.
All right. And the show was a little more. It was different, and I understand why they did that, because everybody who's read the comic knows what's going to happen.
Right.
So let's change the story.
Yeah. No.
On the show, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the same thing. That's the same thing I think is what's going on with the movies versus the comics.
Right.
Because everybody's read the comics, or the comic book heads have read the comics. And then there's the movie heads who haven't read the comics. This is a brand new experience to them.
Right.
But for the comic book people, they know to a certain extent what's going to happen. But you as a producer want to make it a new experience for the comic book reader.
Right. And see, that's the thing. I do understand that, because I remember I used to pick apart so much shit, especially with the Spider-Man movies. Because for those people who don't know, Spider-Man never... The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, they had the webbing coming out of his skin.
Yeah.
Never fucking happened. He had web cartridges. He had bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
But I did learn to let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, kids watch this movie. They don't know about the web bracelets.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, I'll let that go. Like, little shit, I'll let that go. But if it's way too big, nah, because Bucky was an intricate story in himself.
Okay.
So the fact that you made Bucky one stronger than Captain America before he became Captain America, two braver than Captain America before he became Captain America, that pissed me off, because especially Disney's Marvel was pretty much good for going to the letter. With Iron Man, with even with Thor. Besides the fact that Thor had a disguise, but what the fuck happened? That was little.
I gotta say this. I don't care. Thor was a fucking beast in that movie, yo. But all right, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, Thor was a beast in all movies, so you didn't really give it away. So
he was a beast in Infinity War. Trust me. But go ahead. He had me amped. I was in the chair like, yeah. All right, but go ahead.
But yeah, Bucky was a kid. So when he ended up getting kidnapped by Hydra, it was part of his growing pains. So that was part of the story that they didn't really explain or want to explain. So when they made Bucky, one, grown, two, stronger and braver than Captain America before Captain America. Shit.
Hold on. Take a quick pause. We got Cullen on the phone. Cullen just called me.
Oh shit!
We in the middle of recording. What's good, Cullen?
Yo, so we at Capri's with the one and only Samantha Redmayne.
Oh word! That's
what's shit! Up. What up, Sam?
Me, Andrew, and Samantha is here. I was just like, let me call Moses. He probably drunk already, but let me call him anyway.
Oh no, I ain't go in. I'm a little under the weather and under energy, but we're in the middle of the podcast, so I'm gonna hang up on you, but we're gonna stop through for a couple of minutes.
All right, hit me when you're on your way.
All right, go ahead, Bucky.
Yeah. And you know what's fucked up? It's kind of funny because Sam's at Capri, and if she actually listens to the podcast, she probably would correct me on a lot of shit. But anyway, Bucky was... The fact that Bucky was grown and was more gangster than Captain America before he became Captain America pissed me off completely, because that was too big of a storyline to fuck up.
Okay, I can understand that. Like, see, the problem is with me is I understand both sides of the coin. Like, I understand why you're pissed and how it should go down, but that's because you know how it should go down already, right? Right. But if you're a movie and you don't want to deliver the same story over and over, why not change it up? Right, but see but they still made it interesting and they made it dope. Like, you just go see the movie, man. Just go see the movie. Right. Oh no, I'm going to see the movie. Like, yeah. It's period. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's a highly recommended movie for me. Definitely go see the movie. Take your kids. There's only 2 kissing scenes. They've seen kissing before because y'all funky asses kiss in front of them all the time. But yeah, it's dope, man. I recommend it. Definitely. Yeah, no, I'm going to go see it. Deadpool, I'm not going to go see it at premiere because y'all the day before my anniversary. So sorry, Marvel, you fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna probably see it the following week, maybe during the day. That's normally what I do. Same with me. I probably do the same thing. I saw Super Troopers too. That was super dope. Yo, yeah, I was kind of pissed because I was broke when you said, "Yo, I'm going to see Super Troopers 2." I was like, "Man, fuck you." Yeah. So I was like, "Yo, I need to break from the crib." Oh, Super Troopers is out. Right. I want to see Super Troopers. Yeah, because I didn't even go front. When I heard that there was a Super Troopers 2, I was just like, "Oh shit." And then when you said Super Troopers 2 was out, I was like, man, fuck you. I'm broke. So we could have made it a podcast on criticism and all that shit. Yeah, but, right. Oh, but the movie to be continued. That movie was definitely dope. I might even actually end up seeing it again this week. I might actually end up seeing Avengers and Super Troopers again this weekend. Skills. But anyway. This is Moses Workman. And this is Moses Turner. And this is the Moses Podcast. No biblical shit. And we out. Peace.